Hello everyone, so my name is Erica and I'm from the Food and Agricultural Policy Group, and today we're going to talk about biosecurity. So this is my outline for today. What is biosecurity, vertical farm systems for my proposal, some alternatives, and then the short conclusion. So when we look at this vague phrase, food and agriculture, it's actually pretty vast. It covers so much more than just food on the dinner table, and farmers working long hours on farms, and even just when we just put our hands under the faucet and water comes running out. It's so crucial that we focus on this section of California because we play a leading role in this sector. We impact the rest of the nation greatly. We're responsible for a third of the country's veggies and 2/3 of the nut and fruit production, overall amounting to 13%. So what is biosecurity? And as time progresses into the new era, biosecurity has been extremely important. Essentially, it's trying to minimize and hopefully lead down and completely destroy all transmission and diseases from livestock and crop to humans. And we will do this via vertical farm systems, which is my proposal. And it is to enact funds towards the production of 3 indoor vertical farm systems across the state of California. And then I will explain what it is. So there are 3 main types: hydroponics, aeroponics, and aquaponics. Hydroponics is a predominant growing system that most vertical farms are using right now, and it's constantly monitored and plants are submerged in a nutrient solution. Aeroponics, a lot more research is needed, but essentially it would be the best of the best because it would only need mist from the water. And then we have aquaponics. It's a combination of plants and fish in the same ecosystem, so the plants and the fish would coexist mutually. Here are some figures that you can look at. So hydroponics, water, plants are submerged. Aeroponics, water pump, produces the mist, as I said before, still needs more research, not quite being able to actually implement into an entire system across the nation yet. Aquaponics is where the fish, they have their waste. The waste is nutrient rich, goes to the plants. In return, the plants filter the water, and it cycles all around. And vertical farm systems are so forgiving. And I say this because they're creative in the nature that their location can be almost anywhere. And the space that they take up for every 1 acre, there could have been 30 acres of land space taken. But because it's vertically, it's a lot better than the land space horizontally. If you look at these 2 pictures, this is the interior view of Chicago. The plant is inside this building. And this one is the interior view of Freight Farm's shipping container. And what? Freight Farm? Yes. So this is the shipping container for that. As you can see, very malleable and very creative. It can be anywhere. Now we have some advantages and disadvantages, of course. First of all, for biosecurity, extremely advantageous. Reduce the need for chemical pesticides. The plants won't be in touch with outside wildlife. Less carbon emissions, constant sanitation because it's under constant scrutiny, and it's in closed environment, which means it helps with water retention. In fact, 70% less water. And then disadvantages is that because there's a constant need for there to be light so the plants can grow, also needs to be constant climate control, can't be too hot or too cool, and that's why this constant lighting, and thus we need the vertical farm systems to be built alongside renewable resources for energy. Or else we would use a lot of fossil fuels, and we don't want that. But in it, it's also good because we're encouraging renewable energy and the farms at the same time. There is a limited number of crops that are able to be grown, like grains is harder to grow in these kind of systems. And if plants require pollination, then it would be manually labored, because instead of it being outside where there are insects and bees which can help pollinate the flowers, it's indoors, so humans would have to do it. And an alternative to that would be cultured meat. So meat being grown indoors, because animals are currently being injected with antibiotics and growth hormones, the meat being grown in a lab indoors would save so much more trouble, and there wouldn't be such need. And it would prevent diseases like mad cow disease, bird flu, swine flu, and anthrax, and it's very comparable to vertical farming. And it resolves that ethical problem of cruelty to animals. So overall, as a person of the human race, and we want to constantly wish for growth for mankind. And because of the issues that we have, diseases, climate change, it's essential that we propose policies and we try to help the planet in the end. So that's all. Thank you.